Okay, so you know how there's a world tree in Norse mythology? Is it Norse mythology? Yeah, that's Norse mythology. There's a world tree, right? Mm-hmm. What if we had a world tree, but why are you smiling?
I'm scared.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, world tree.
This is a normal question. I don't know why you're on my level here?
I am.
Okay, all right. World cactus. If you climb, you can climb it because the spikes are so big.
One time when I was a kid, I really wanted a cactus, so I took one from this park that we went to, and that was a terrible idea.
Wait,
okay. I pulled a piece of cactus
there's a lot to unpack here.
off of a cactus.
First of all, why did you want a cactus?
Because I didn't have one.
Okay, fair enough. Second of all, why was there a cactus at the park?
I don't know.
Was it a desert?
I don't know where I was. I just remember.
Was it a big cactus or was it like a small one?
It's one of the small ones.
A full-grown, like in the Western movies, cactus in the dirt, and you were just like, "I want this."
It was
ripped it out of the
one.
ground.
It's a little one.
Okay, was it potted?
Yeah.
And why was this bad that you took this home?
Because I didn't take the plot. I just grabbed.
Wait. What?
Yeah. Anyway.
Why did you do that?
I wanted a cactus.
Well, yeah. Today our guest is Craig. Hello.
Hello. I know we were. I was here with the Cactus Bandit.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can only go up from ear sphincters.
No.
Yeah, we can.
No.
Everybody thinks it's so cursed. I don't think it's that cursed. If that was our world and we pooped out of our ears, just saying, it wouldn't be weird.
It's a little weird.
Is it weird if we poop out of our butts?
No.
There's probably another universe where they hear out of their butts.
Okay. Well.
I just like.
And my last name would be Jacob Ears with a Z.
Oh.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah.
That's where it comes
It
from.
would be called your ear, not your butt.
It would. Craig, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Craig. I play in Avnia as Baron and Tiff in Tomb. And I'm, hanging out here.
We
with
big
everyone
we
else.
big chillin'.
Big chillin'.
Yeah,
We
big chillin'.
our entire vocabulary comes from Craig. Really.
It does.
It does. Yeah. We play in your Sunday game as well, which is a good time.
Oh, I was gonna say that. I totally forgot.
Yeah,
I was
I mean,
I was gonna say some kooky stuff about I'm honored. And shit, but
yeah, that's like kind of how we really met too. Was like a couple of years ago. You were just like, hey, you want to be in this game? And we're like, yeah, okay. It was a lot of fun. I still remember that first game. It was I was just so impressed, not only at your ability to describe a scene in Dungeons and Dragons, which I deeply envy, because I'm like, the ground is it is made of dirt, and the sky is it's really armor. Blue, and the armor has dragons on their armor. Their dragons is armor.
Yeah.
And but the that first game we played, we were like in a desert, and there was like a pit fiend who was like a mob boss. That was so fucking cool. I was like, this is great. So that was a fun time. That was a good time. So
thank you.
yeah. We are back to doing this weekly again because we skipped 1 week, but now it feels like they're coming way too fast because we did the one last week and I was like, oh yeah, this is back to the weekly schedule again. And then it's this week already. I was like, wow, that was a really fast week. Isn't it crazy that time happens?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because you have an end date now. You guys set that.
That's true.
That May time. Now it's just a mad dash for that.
Yep. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, so excited.
We are all at least half vaccinated.
It's
now.
It's like when you in Skyrim when you push the wait button. That's what I'm doing. I'm just like every day I'm just waiting. Yeah.
May 7th.
It's like when you want to unlock something in Animal Crossing, and you have to just wake up, you just like pick an apple and you go to sleep. Next day. Well, you can't go to sleep in that game.
No,
you actually have to wait out the. Oh fuck, I forgot.
You would mean like Stardew Valley. Because in Stardew Valley, you can just go to sleep.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Or the game I played, which was Stardew Valley when I was a child, which was Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Which was, for some reason, an amazing game when I was a kid. I really liked getting cows and making crops and
now
romancing.
You won't even play Stardew Valley with me.
I don't know why. I don't know what my deal is. Do you like Stardew Valley, Craig?
Well, Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. But oddly enough, I don't play it like I probably should. But yeah.
You just farm, right? I think you've mentioned it.
Yeah, see, for the person who like wants the dating sim and everything, I don't date anybody.
Oh my.
It's a shame.
Craig.
I'm like, I have stuff to do. My grandpa's dead.
Yes.
I'm here for at least 1 year as a farm hermit to earn my right. Then maybe one of you fuckers can come in and look at this chicken that I have. If not, I don't want to fuck with it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like I don't know. There's gonna be a day where I'm gonna wake up and be like, I want to play this game now. I don't know what it is.
It's going to be several years from now because Baldur's Gate 3 is coming out soon, and that's going to consume our lives for...
Why haven't we played it with you? We should wait till the full game comes out to play with Craig. But
I'll play right now.
Dude, it's so good.
Get up.
I'll go get my...
We did everything. I'm pretty sure we did everything in it last night. We got to a point where we just like finished
everything that we found.
Everything that we found. There still could be hidden stuff in there, but like, yeah. God, game's good. Game's a good time.
Game's great.
I can't wait to play it, but I just don't. Once I get in it, I'm not going to want to leave. It's going to be really sad if it's not done.
Yeah. That's how a lot of people are, and I totally understand that.
Keep restarting, and then the game will eventually come out and be like, I don't want to play the intro. I don't want to play it.
See, I'm just so used to playing Skyrim 800 times that I'm like, when it comes out, I'll just replay it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just going to be fun anyways. So, but I totally get people want that first experience. They want the whole game. And that's like, totally get it.
I also don't really start over games a whole lot of times.
Oh, really?
If I ever play like Skyrim, I play one time through, and that's like my canon Skyrim. And then I sit for like 6 months to digest that. And then I go back. It's almost like I have to forget that canon so I can come back and do a new one.
Do you have a game that you like consistently come back to and replay a lot?
Destiny, really.
Really?
I love the hell out of Destiny. I do.
I never really played a whole lot of Destiny, so I knew about the hype like when it came out, but I never really got into it. What is Destiny?
It's kind of the term came out just recently called a looter shooter. It's like a first person shooter.
Oh, sorry, you froze for a second.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's called a looter shooter.
Oh,
It's
okay, got it. Yeah.
Part like MMO, part first person shooter, but really the only reason to do any of either of the two is just for the loot.
Okay, cool. It's kind of like Borderlands. I don't know.
I would say it's Borderlands with less like humor to it, and more like like a space opera maybe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
The aesthetic of the game, from what I've seen of it, is it looks really cool. Looks really neat. Yeah. The art style is really cool. That's fun.
Dig it.
That's interesting. You also bust down at some World of Warcraft with Colton sometimes.
Oh yeah. I'm also the worst person for that too, because Colton wants to like raid, and my wife is the exact same way. She wants to like raid and like gear score and grind in the next thing, and I'm just like, I'm out here looking for bees. I just want to get mounts. I just want to get like
that's
wolves.
The thing is
I want to just look pretty. My friend used to call it fashion souls. I only play Dark Souls to put on clothes.
Okay, all right. So same though. I love Dark Souls, but I only love Dark Souls because I want to make myself look really cool. And that's it. People are like, there's like boss strategies. I'm like, how can I cheese the boss?
Yeah.
There was a point in time where Logan and I, when we lived together, we were playing Dark Souls. We played Dark Souls 2 together and we were really bad at it. And then when 3 came out, we were both playing it. And it was the dark times. So we were sharing Tim's Xbox to play it. And because Tim's Xbox was at our house.
Yeah.
And we were just... and he would come over and play his Xbox, but we would also play his Xbox. So he had Dark Souls 3 on it. So we would play it consistently. And I just want to say that I was way better at Dark Souls than Logan. This is an enormous flex. I am way better at Dark Souls than him. Logan, if anybody clips this and sends this to you, you can take this as a challenge. There's the Rotting Grove? I can't remember the name. There is this boss that's like an enormous tree, and I killed it like the first try, and Logan gave up because he couldn't kill it. And I was just like, suck my dick, dude. Look how cool I look. My character looks fucking awesome. So yeah, Dark Souls is a dress-up game.
Yeah, I remember when I was playing through Witcher 3, you were like, why aren't you getting like these? There's like special armors you can get that are like the Witcher armors, and I never did them. And I was just like, I don't want to take the time to do that. I'm just gonna do this over here. And you're like, why you could look so cool. I'm like, I already look cool. I found this armor. I really like it.
But you were wearing
love that game.
like the. I love that game
It's
so
so good.
much too, but I hate the armor scaling in that game. It's great because you can build really good armor, and then that's like the best armor you can get in the game, which thank God. But that game also it suffers from like, Geralt, this mighty sword. There's literally a cutscene where the not King Bran, the dude in Skellige, he like gives you a sword, and 9 times out of 10, you found a sword better than that sword.
Yeah.
And you're just like, cool, and you just sell it. And so, but luckily the Witcher armor gears are always better than what you can find, which is great because there's some stupid looking outfits you can have in that game that are like, well, the stats are good. And you're like, yeah.
I also never made a single potion in that game. And it pissed you off.
Greg talked about that one time. He was like, I didn't even know potion making was a thing.
All I know is that selling alchemist supplies is a really lucrative market. That's how I made all my money.
I remember getting to what's the DLC land like area? Toussaint, and you're like fighting the vampires, and I was like, I know there's like oil that you can make that helps, but I was like, fuck it.
You're like, I think I could make oil. Yeah. That's so funny, Craig. You're just like, I have a bunch of this stuff. I should sell it. It's worth a lot of money. I wonder why. Click, 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 click.
I think the problem is they describe it as like a toxin. So, to me that sounded really bad. So I found the perk where if you could eat like a chicken leg, it would heal you forever.
Yeah.
So Geralt just ate a lot of food. So I didn't have potions, but I had like...
It's funny because the only reason he has the mutations is so that he can drink the potions. Your Witcher, your Geralt was like, I didn't need it. I'll just eat a chicken leg.
A whole chicken leg, sometimes in wheels of cheese. I play Witcher like I play Skyrim.
Yeah.
Cheese.
I have a buffet going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good time. Skyrim
Dried
is
fruits and nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I said Skyrim. Witcher's a lot of fun. To be fair, I didn't get into the alchemy when I first played the game either.
Mm-hmm.
I was also selling all the shit like crazy. But then when I played it again, I was like, I can play the harder difficulty. I was like, oh fuck, I need the oils. There's so many monsters that are like, I'll hit him, and you hit him, and his health bar goes, and you're like, oh. And then you put oil on your sword, and his health bar goes, oh, just a little more, and you're like, this is better.
And it has the most attractive romance option ever.
You think ever?
Ever. Any game. Except for maybe Astarion. But Yennefer, I'm sorry, if she was real.
Oh, shit. I mean, same, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you agree, Craig? What game has the most attractive romance options? Because Dragon Age and Mass Effect also exist. And
so I've never played a Dragon Age game, but I played Mass Effect. Mm-hmm. I don't know, because the people I romance in Mass Effect aren't. I wouldn't necessarily call attractive.
Oh,
I really like Garrus Vakarian, and then I have a whole long-winded rant about Andromeda, and I love the game.
Yeah.
But Jal is one of those characters.
Oh,
I hate him. But then I romanced him because he won me over, and it was a whole mess.
Okay, can you spell that character's name for me real quick? I
think it's just Jal.
Jal.
Maybe there's a U in there somewhere.
Okay, hang on. Yep, 2 A's. I think I know who you're talking about, and I just want to make...
Yeah. Can I see?
Okay, but he's kind of hot, though.
Is he...
They call him like a cat alien or something?
Is he like an asshole, though? Oh.
Spencer!
No, he's just foul looking.
Look at him.
He looks like a car accident victim.
He totally does.
Yeah, he's gross, right?
He looks like...
I don't know.
He looks
I think he could treat me right.
What's the guy in Star Wars? He's Kylo Ren's like master. Snoke. If you just take his face, not the purple thing around him.
I mean, he looks like Snoke and Kit Fisto had a baby. You do know who Kit Fisto is?
I do know who Kit Fisto is.
He's look him up, Craig. Kit Fisto.
Like animated Kit Fisto?
It's spelled exactly the way you think he is.
No,
animated Kit
Fisto. They made him hot.
It's Kit Fisto.
Why would you show me this? What even is this?
It's
Why?
Kit Fisto.
Why don't I remember this being in the movie?
Because he's in the movie for like 2 seconds.
Doesn't he get killed
but he's in the Clone Wars, so people are like, "Oh, he's a very powerful Jedi."
Doesn't he get killed by Palpatine and like?
He gets got in 3 seconds. Everybody's like, "Oh, Kit Fisto, we love him," and then literally Palpatine flies at him, and goes, and he dies. Yeah. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. He literally goes, ha, whoop, and then he goes, and he's dead. Like, you don't even see the lightsaber enter him. You just go, I guess you gave up.
Yeah. There's a lot of like Jedi during like the Order 66 scenes where they like turn and then like, you know, someone will come up to them, like a clone will shoot them with a blaster or something, and they don't even get hit; they just fall.
Yeah.
Like,
ow. I watched Clone Wars when I was a kid, and then was like, this is a show, and then everybody got super into it recently because of Mandalorian, and I was like, when we were like, let's go rewatch it because I bet it's good. I gotta be honest, guys, it isn't super great.
We didn't watch a lot. I was very creeped out by Yoda, and I couldn't watch it. I was actually afraid of Yoda. and fucking Plo Koon. I'm fucking scared of him. I think it's Plo Koon.
Is it Plo Koon?
It's Koon, yeah.
It doesn't matter. The man needs to
scary. He looks like, you know, in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs when the chickens attack them.
Yeah, hey Craig.
Like.
So look up PLOKOON.
I don't gotta. I know who he is. He's horrible.
He's spooky. And Ahsoka's like wants to go save him, and I'm like, let him go.
Yeah, that maybe it's just the first.
Oh
two
wait,
episodes.
you know what? Actually, I'm gonna look it up because I think I'm mistaken. Is Plo Koon the guy with like the mask on his face?
And he
he's
doesn't have
fucking
eyes.
cool. Actually,
I've heard he's cool. Yeah, I like him. I think he's cool.
That white dude with the weird double head.
Does he have a double head or like a really
Fortuna?
long head?
Yeah, long head.
Yeah, Kai Mundi. That's his name.
It's not Bib Fortuna?
No, Bib Fortuna
He's the guy with the...
He's the guy with the snake around his neck in
You're
Jabba.
saying real words here?
Bib Fortuna, yeah. He's got the red eyes, and he's in Jabba's palace.
Like Bib Tuna?
Yeah, like Bib Tuna. That's
Bib Fortuna.
That's it. That's his name.
What's the...
And then he becomes Jabba the... Oh, never mind. That's...
He evolves?
He evolves.
He does.
I don't watch a lot of Star Wars, so all this is just going to be
like... It's a Mandalorian
spoiler. That man hasn't turned into that slug.
Okay, skip forward like 30 seconds if you don't want Mandalorian spoilers. But at the end of... here's your other warning. You better skip.
Wait, Craig, are you fine with this?
Wait.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so at the end of Mandalorian season 2, Boba Fett goes to back to Jabba the Hutt's palace, and Bib Fortuna is like Jabba the Hutt now, but he looks like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, he's morbidly
like
obese,
slug-like and huge, and he's like, Boba,
and Boba just shoots him.
He evolved.
Yeah, I'm very excited for the Boba Fett series.
Yeah. Okay, spoilers over. There.
I was able to watch Clone Wars at a ripe age of like 24.
Good time.
Just recently. And there's one scene that I'm traumatized by where they have to go save like a Hutt baby.
Yeah.
I hate that fucking episode. I hate it.
It's
the worst.
God, I watched that when I was like 13, 14 years old. Maybe I was a little younger even. But fuck, I remember that shit. Why is there a Hutt baby? I guess it helps with the world building. You know, you got Baby Yoda.
It's Yabba.
That world could have been left unbuilt.
You actually, no cap. You were 100% correct. Star Wars is just it's a couple of movies in space, and it's real silly, and there's aliens, but it doesn't matter. And they called it what is it called, the Kessel Run, and it doesn't matter. And now it's like the Kessel Run means something, and that alien species, it has a 4-page wiki document, and they're actually really important to the Star Wars universe. And it's like you didn't have to do that, but okay.
And Ploob.
Not Ploob.
See, that sounds made up.
Yeah, probably. Yep. Doesn't need to exist. He's just a guy.
Should I explain Ploob?
No.
All right.
Ploob.
Well, if you
I think it's left better as like a mystery, and I'll just make up whatever I want.
yeah, that's
in my
fine.
head.
That's fine. So, yeah, Star Wars.
We talk about Star Wars every episode, and it's never anything good.
No, it's never. Guys, I love Star Wars.
I do
but also
too.
Fuck Star Wars. Mandalorian's real good.
Yeah, but there's even stuff in that
Baby
to
Yoda.
make fun
yeah,
of. Yeah,
yeah, he's great.
I watch it just for Baby Yoda. I don't really like Star Wars, but Baby Yoda fucking
Fuck that,
Man,
like stormtrooper that just decks baby.
fucks me up. Oh, I love that GIF. I said that GIF in my. I tried to put that on my fridge and it wouldn't.
Oh,
and my fridge was like, no, I don't know what it is.
Oh, in case you guys don't know, Craig has a meme fridge.
He does.
He has one of the Samsung like it's fridges that has like the displays on the front, but it's just for memes.
Yeah,
Just for
some of
shit
them are
posts.
cursed.
Which is
A lot of them are.
Some are real bad.
Yeah,
like front butt. I wanted to put front butt in
butt.
here.
yeah.
But
You should see the new one. The new one has, in California during the wildfires over quarantine, and Mandalorian's coming out. It's the only reason we were alive.
Yeah.
The only reason we wanted to live. A kid sent his baby Yoda that he got for like Christmas or whatever to the firefighters,
oh,
and the firefighters brought him around with them.
oh,
So like, there's like one.
oh!
with him,
I
like,
saw
in, like, an
that on your
airplane.
fridge. Yeah, it's like they're like
Yeah.
carrying her. I was
in
like,
a
what is the
little pack.
context of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send to you guys.
That's so cute.
Yeah, he's like a little backpack. As they're walking up like the hill, he goes on this ride with like the crop duster type machines, and it's not like he is like given to them like PR wise. Like they'll land, and then the nearest firefighter that they can get to agree, he takes it. So he goes on this journey,
That's so
and
cute.
they wind up getting it back to the original dude, or somehow. But they wind up giving it back to the kid, and Baby Yoda has like all these things of like he helped with the wildfires. Here's all the things of what regiments he was with. And,
Oh my
That's so
gosh,
sweet.
that's so awesome.
yeah,
Good boy.
God
Baby Yoda
damn,
makes me feel a certain way.
that's so wholesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Well,
All right, Star Wars, you get a pass just for this.
all right, you get a pass just for that. Just for that. The last Tall Tales episode, I was George Lucas for a little bit.
Yeah,
It was fun.
yeah.
He's such a big meme. I love and hate him at the same time.
Yeah.
All right, so do you guys want to bust down some questions?
I'm down for
It's question
some
time.
questions.
Hey guys, little PSA here. If you're gonna ask questions, put the dang hashtag in it because it makes it way easier for me to sort through all the
what would
questions.
the hashtag be?
It's
Jacob,
hashtag
if they wanted to.
Arcane Lounge Podcast.
It is.
All you got to put. And I will look at the reply ones, but I'm going to look at the Arcane Lounge Podcast ones first. So,
Hashtag Arcane Lounge Podcast. Why did my dad leave?
yes. We'll read it. I mean, it's there.
We'll figure
read
it out if we
And we'll
can.
try to figure it out. We'll hunt him down and we'll do our best.
The Twitch guy, the gecko therapist.
Wait, what?
You ever seen that guy on like TikTok
No.
or something? He's like this Twitch streamer that dresses up in like this full body gecko outfit, and his face is painted green, and people call in, and he just talks to them.
As a gecko?
Is that what he
I'll send
does?
you
I've only
pictures,
seen
yeah.
like a few clips. I just didn't know the context.
Okay, so I only know him from that. He could have a robust life outside of the gecko suit.
Yeah.
But I only know him about the gecko suit.
Amazing.
I want to be on your side of TikTok, Craig, because you send some wild stuff.
I love TikTok
Yeah.
so much.
Same. If you get it right to where you're just getting really shitty memes, then
Yeah.
it's a good time. The one I sent to Craig today was there's always the song that's like to me so follow my name, and it's always the people that are going like they're going like that, yeah. And it's the end of Lord of the Rings, and it's like the eagles are
the
flying
eagles
to
are
save
swooping
Frodo and Sam, and it turns and it's Gandalf, and he's like.
That one fucks me up.
Fuck, it's so funny. Oh,
There are very few memes that make me like life's hard.
Yeah.
Right? Life's really hard sometimes.
Yeah.
But it don't matter if I'm doing whatever. That meme, any Kermit the Frog meme will immediately brighten my day
yeah.
up.
I agree.
Is the
It's a good
face?
time. Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's funny. It's funny
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
There's ones that they do it with anime, and it's just so fucking funny.
God
It's
damn it.
always
We
funny.
just started doing it to each other
Yeah.
now. And we just trying to turn in the middle of no conversation. I'll just be like,
Yeah.
I want to start.
Can't wait to do that on stream.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna try and seduce the person. You're like,
Yep.
So good.
I love it.
That's just how I'm gonna cast friends.
Yeah,
You know?
friends. You do the face. It's the component.
Yeah. All right. So this hot take comes in from Colton Halfley. Variant encumbrance does make Dungeons and Dragons more realistic. But even this is one hell of a question to ask while Craig's here. Variant encumbrance does make Dungeons and Dragons more realistic. But even then, you can carry 10 torches with no backpack and not be encumbered. You are correct. Would you ever, as a DM, consider making a custom system that includes inventory slots to force further management? Okay. All right. Okay. First of all, I want to know where Craig stands on this. I got to know where you are with this.
So the question is, would I create a system for it?
Yeah.
Well, now this is I can need kind of like a preference. Did a player ask me to do this?
So already very, very interesting. Let's say your players really want to manage their inventory, but you don't want to do, or you do variant encumbrance, or you don't. Would you incorporate a sort of system to where you have to manage it further?
Of course, I think the whole point of a DM is to cater to whoever's at the table. So if someone's like, "Hey, I really want to, go through that kind of style of game," absolutely. Yeah, that's the whole point. I love it.
Good answer.
Do I find that like really tedious and like would I enjoy that? No. Would I ever like on the spot go, what if like encumbrance but different? Because I'm still of the opinion that what about encumbrance but never?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, sure. If someone wanted it, because I think it's a part of the game. I don't ever want it gone.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just not something that I really like to mess with.
Yeah.
In Craig's game, you've always said you could carry around a grand piano for all I care, and that's just how we roll with it.
I got a grand piano in my backpack.
Yeah, I got
That's
one.
fine.
I got two if I
Because I think that's real hype. I mean, you should be able to bust a move whenever you want.
Oh, and that's not like a derogatory, negative
I
thing
think it's
either.
great.
I think it's like it speaks to the nature of the game. It's like I could be a bard and I'm just gonna pull out my keyboard. And that's how I cast my spells.
I'm the kind of person that wants like a fighter to have like 8 swords on them all the time, and
so
then
cool.
switch using swords as they swing. Is it practical? Absolutely not. Could I carry 10 torches? Never.
Is it fun?
But I think you should be able to. Yeah.
It's great to go from like using encumbrance and it's like I can only move 20 feet, and then Craig's game it's like if you persuade me you could move 40 in a turn and it might work.
I could be like,
Craig, make it work.
Can I quadruple backflip up this house and then stab this hag in the head? And he'll go, yeah, you could try. I'll be like, yes.
That is like the worst rule of thumb for me, because I didn't start with D&D. I started with like Cyberpunk. And the whole thing is I found this beat up old copy of Cyberpunk in my uncle's shed when he was trying to throw it away. And I was like, oh, this could be a really cool thing because the first setting of it's based in 2013. And I got it in 2012. And I was like, look how funny it is. They thought this was what a cell phone looks like. It was stupid, whatever. But I didn't really read it. I just read like the theme and I made up the rules on the spot. But that's so I didn't actually know how to play any of the game. So the big like facade, which is probably true for any DM, is I don't know how to play D&D.
Yeah.
I don't play my D&D.
It's exactly it.
Craig's D&D is fun.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, it's not what we're all doing. We're not really playing the game as it's supposed to. There's just so many rules we miss every time. It's just about what we find fun, what we like to do. And now,
but I definitely appreciate rules because God forbid, I always talk about I have a person named Dylan that's in my other games, and then I have you in my other games too. I need someone like that because if not, I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
I need someone else to keep me from drowning.
Well, I mean, I don't like to be that person either who's like, oh, well, actually, this is how the rule works, blah, blah, blah. But, like, what's nice for rules is if it's like, and you don't know, it's nice to have, like, a point where it's like, well, the book says this. And it's like, well, okay, that's fine. We'll agree with that.
It's also a really cool way to, like we always talk about, like, things like how to fix D&D. Number one, communication. If your DM's like, I don't really know how that works. You've now opened a dialogue for your players to go, well, I think it might work like this. Yes. And then you start to kind of
and then you both kind of agree on one thing.
Game.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like you seem like a worse DM by being like, I don't really know how this rule works and I don't know how to rule it. It's like, we're aware you're dungeon mastering and you're not just some eldritch being who knows all the rules. Like, yeah, talk to us and figure it out and we'll help you out unless you have some dickhead player who's going to be like,
Well, I imagine a lot of it comes from people who are like watching other people and then go, well, they know what's going on. So then I come to my own table and I'm like, God, I feel like I should know that I'm supposed to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You don't have to know anything. You just have to have fun.
Exactly. And I hate to bring it up because I think it's stupid, but I mean it is a culmination of kind of being like Matthew Mercer effect, where like he's just so he really knows the rules real well, and he wants to know them because I think he wants his games to be easy, and he wants to guide them, and he wants to help them. He doesn't want to burden them with all these rules. But now they're real good at the game now too, so they know a lot of the rules as well. So it's kind of it's real smooth. But like I remember in the Vox Machina days, Matt didn't know every rule. There were sometimes he would fuck up on a ruling like gaseous form, and you know that happens sometimes, and you know it's not a big deal. But like you said, communication. You communicate away like, oh, I thought it was this. Oh, you think it's this. Oh, okay, then yeah, that's fine.
And once you get into like your own personal group of friends. No, D&D is only made out of like one edition anyway. Like my D&D uses like cyberpunk rules and then some fourth stuff, and I know Matt does some similar things too. I mean, he just did it in like a episode like 4 weeks ago, where Caleb casts like a lightning bolt and something happens that isn't 5th edition approved.
Oh, really?
But that's not the point.
That's cool.
Yeah, you cast a lightning bolt and it ricochets off the wall and hits him.
That's crazy.
Really cool mechanic and idea, but I could see how like newer DMs would be like, oh, I don't want to do this, and I like surprise my players, and like a player going, well, that's not what spells have done before, and you're like, yeah, but
so
it's the circumstance.
What's cool.
To kind of circle back to kind of the original question, in my DM style, I really like the kind of strategic kind of number grindy aspect of D&D, because while I love RP and I love you know, making up whatever we want, and that's super fun, we obviously do that a lot, but I also like the video gamey war game that D&D is too, because it's fun, and I like to see the randomness and the strangeness that can come from strange rolls happening, because like you wouldn't have a reflective lightning bolt happen like that unless, you know, your players made a mistake or something like that, and a lot of players would see that as a mistake. I even kind of reflect that as a player myself. I really like succeeding, but I also love failing, because I don't care, something's happening. I think whatever it is, I made this thing happen, and like I have this bad habit of like being really excited when I'm about to die. Like it's like, all right, you're gonna get hit, and I'm like, kill me, do it, and it's like, so yeah, I like the scenarios and the effects that can happen, and that's kind of why I like variant encumbrance. Is it forces your players to kind of think a little strategically about what they're carrying and what they're holding, because there could be a point in time where they do need that torch and it has a use, and you feel really smart because you got to use the torch in a meaningful way, which is also why I'm really strict on dark vision and darkness, because Colton is constantly as Cardos like, I can't see, and I'm like, well then why do you have the light spell? So I just like to give use and make players feel like, I like them to, you know, I want them to have fun, and I think a good portion of having fun is solving these little puzzles, and yeah.
When we were thinking about playing Icewind Dale, we played like one game and then we haven't played since. But when I was making my character, you were like, this is all about survival and we're doing variant encumbrance. And I had to think about everything that I gave my character, because they didn't have the best strength, but they could carry quite a bit. But it's like, do I really need 10 torches? No, I don't. So I'll carry 2 because I can see in the dark, but who knows if my companions can see in the dark, or if I need to scare something off with fire, and it's a good time. Yeah,
and I think I think if you do it right, you can have some fun with kind of like that hardcore kind of grindy survival mode. I mean, there's a reason why people like to play survival games, and I think you can get it to work in D&D. You just can't bog it down. You can't be like, okay, we're gonna play Icewind Dale today, and the only thing we're doing today is surviving in cold. It's like, well, that's boring. Like, if you let something interesting happen, that create, like, I'm of the belief that like you can't just be like, all right, throw them in the middle of here and then let them survive. You have to have that as like your base, your background, and then have something interesting happen here, in which in any normal scenario the player's gonna be like, oh well, we're gonna make this choice. But if they don't have the inventory to, or they don't have enough gold, or they can't move very quickly to do that thing, well, they're going to weigh those decisions. So this is a long-winded answer for this, but I feel passionately about it. One of my favorite game modes ever is for Fallout 4, and it's survival mode, and it is so awful. It's super fun, but it is gruesome. And what I love about it is it completely changes the way you think about the game. So in case you don't know, in Fallout 4, it's like this open world game in a post-apocalypse, and you go on quests, you do missions, blah, blah, blah. But there is a mode, it's like the hardest difficulty, it's survival mode. And you have to eat, drink, you have to eat food, you have to drink water, you can get diseases, blah, blah, blah. You can take a lot of damage, but the cool part is that you also do a lot of damage. So most creatures and you die in a couple of bullets, which is also cool because you have to be really careful about where you go and how you play and everything. The best part is that you cannot save the game unless you either exit the game. So if you exit, you can come back to where you were, but then it deletes that save. Or if you sleep in a bed. So you are constantly at risk of rubber banding back to where you last saved. And so what this does is it in my mind. And so originally I'm like, oh, I can fast travel everywhere. I can just do whatever I want in Fallout 4. Now survival mode, I can't fast travel. I have to go. My bed's here. I need to go over there. I need to ration my food. I need to take this specific route. I need to actually use stealth. I'm going to craft this armor that's going to make me stealthier so I can get around these bad guys and get to this location so I can sleep in this bed, get on a sniper position and kill these guys in this area just to go to a location where in the normal game, I just fast travel there, shoot everybody and then go in because it doesn't matter. And that to me is what can make it fun. Is it's like, wow, we just spent a lot of time and a lot of energy just figuring out which way we were going to go. I don't know. I just think that's cool because it's like, it's a whole new game now, and that's something different that you have to think about that normally maybe you don't think about in normal typical games. But anyways, that's my survival mode rant.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's actually a really great point. I think, and a lot of that comes from it's like another mode on top of it. I don't know if any of those nitty gritty things, unless like asked for, are super great to start out with. But I think if you're starting D&D, play the way you want to play.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Most appealing. But then if you're playing every week, you want to try a different setting, you want to do something like Grimdark or even something like a Fallout type world in D&D, yeah, use it. Yeah. Eberron's really cool for that because it does make a whole new thing. And that's really refreshing at times.
Definitely. All right, so that was super fucking long answer to that
question. Good question, Colton.
Yeah, good question, Colton. Jeez, really put me in the spot that we didn't even answer his question. He asked if I would make inventory slots, and actually I probably would, but I think that it would be too much detail at that point, and I think that I would remove variant encumbrance to create some sort of inventory slot system. I think that would be interesting, but like we just said, it depends on what you want to play and if you enjoy that for your game. Oh my lord. These are some crazy good questions. Oh, no. There's a lot of hot takes in here, guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh, geez. Here's a good one. What's better, bad D&D or no D&D? From Colin Toohey.
No D&D.
Yep.
Oh, I would say bad.
Really?
Yeah, because I think bad could turn you away from it.
So,
but I can definitely appreciate that.
So you think that playing wouldn't. Okay, I don't mean to like dig in here, but I want to pick your brain. So if playing bad D&D, you think that continuing to play it would make you not like it?
Oh, yeah. I think D&D is so... because of the situation of like where I've worked before, for instance, people can come in and they can be immediately burned by the game.
Yeah.
People can come in and then not want to play the game again because they've had so many different experiences that were just so bad. I think bad D&D, at least for me, maybe that's because I know there's other things, so I can move on from D&D.
Oh, then I think we...
Like the Star Wars RPG.
Yeah.
Or something else.
No, I think we agree then. It's better to not play D&D than to play bad D&D. No? Are you saying the opposite?
No. I guess I'm saying bad D&D is the worst.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. So if you're playing in a game and you are not having fun,
stop.
You should just stop. You should just try to move on to something else and actually have fun. Because like Craig just said, you're going to get turned away from it, which sucks. Right.
You,
There's a lot of
can you?
good questions. Wait, sorry. Oh, yeah.
I can't see Craig.
Now I can see Craig.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Zav, creator of D&D Waifus, says, hot take. I hope you are all doing well and drinking enough water and just chilling in these trying times. Haha, this isn't a hot take, I hope. And tricked you. Enjoy Avnia and Evenfall. Thank you, Zav. You're so sweet.
You should drink water. Everyone should.
Yeah.
Liters a day. Liters a day. 8 bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should definitely do that.
And if you have coffee, you need to drink 2 cups to replace it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I drink lots of water every day.
Uh-oh.
You should. Water will make you feel better.
It will.
Especially at home.
You're not, you're not wrong. Sometimes I drink a lot of water. I'm just like,
Ooh,
I
feel
feel good
great.
today.
Imagine your car running on empty. It's essentially what you do. Every day.
You're so wise.
You gas it. Car's perfect.
Hydrate yourself.
All right. Let's see. Mysterious Watts asks, what's your favorite 9th level spell from any class besides Wish, because it can pretty much do anything, and why?
That's not even true, though. I fucking hate Wish. It's the worst spell.
Why do you hate Wish?
It's just, okay, I don't hate it. I'm sure that if you're creative enough, it's a great spell. But I specifically, when I was playing Wizard for the first time in Sunder, I wouldn't look at what I would get for the next levels until I got to that level.
Oh, that's cool.
And so I was like, it was this buildup of, I knew what Wish was, but I didn't know the specifics of it. And then I got to it and was like, that's not even that good. And like, you can just never be able to cast it again. And like, okay, I guess I'm going to take Foresight instead. It's broken, but I'm going to take that one.
Foresight is the one where you can
have like advantage and
on
people
everything.
Have, like I think you have like advantage on initiative, and then you can't be surprised, something like that. And then I would never cast it on myself. I would always cast it on Kyria because he did a lot more damage than me.
Nice. What's your favorite 9th level spell, Craig?
I'm really partial. So Wish is actually like, if I'm the DM, Wish is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Only because anyone who's ever casted Wish in my game has always been really, really creative or really dumb.
I agree.
Landon wished himself to be every kobold. So his kobold is like a reincarnation of every
Oh my
kobold.
god, that's awesome.
And then he wasted it and died.
Oh no!
So it was like a lot of fun. But if I'm a player, there's nothing more big dick energy than like being able to twin cast like Power Word Kill.
Yeah.
Power Word Kill is just so much fun.
I agree.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I really like Power Word Kill.
I might steal that strat there, Craig. That's a good idea.
If it's a lot of fun. I don't know if it is a 9th level spell. It might be 8th, but Reverse Gravity is also really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Reverse Gravity is a lot of fun.
I love it. It might be an 8, but I mean, you love the classics. Power Word Kill, man.
Yeah.
I like Meteor Swarm a lot. That one's fun.
Yeah.
I like Power Word Kill, but I feel like there's another 9th level spell that I really, really like. Power Word Stun can suck my dick.
That's an 8th.
But
there's a new one. What's like Devastation Blade or something?
Oh.
Really?
I thought it maybe it's not 9th, but it's.
Ooh, what about Dream of the Blue Veil?
That's 7th actually. That's so silly that it's not even a 9th level spell.
That spell is silly.
I really, maybe a hot take. Maybe it's just Fireball at 9th level.
Oh,
Honestly, you're not wrong.
Big
Fireball at 9th level that's some big dick energy right there.
Maybe it's
Do you
just
imagine
disintegrate.
not wasting, but just spending a
You wanna-
9th level slot just to cast Fireball? Be like, get fucked.
yeah. Remember when you would let me twin spell Fireball? Remember those good days?
We don't need to go back to those
Those
days.
were dark days.
I
But
think you should be able to twin spell like Lightning Bolt.
Ooh.
yeah, I'm sad that you can't twin spell Chaos Bolt, but I understand in the rules you're technically not allowed to. But it'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Blade of Disaster. You create a blade-shaped planar rift about 3 feet long in an unoccupied space you can see in range. You can make 2 melee spell attacks with this blade against a creature, in which they take 4d12 force damage. If the attack is a d20, if the attack is 18 or higher, it crits, and it deals an extra 8d12 force damage. And you can move it as a bonus action on your turn up to 30 feet.
What?
That's so cool.
What?
And it can pass through any barrier, including a wall of force.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can it pass through Tiny Hut?
I assume.
It says any barrier. It doesn't specify what it can. So
Shit!
tiny
It can
hut.
pass through tiny hut.
What classes get that?
Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard.
Ooh.
It is from
yeah.
Icewind Dale.
Oh,
Yes.
that scares me.
It's new.
Who in that fucking game has that spell?
I don't know. Weird. Meteor Swarm. I love Meteor Swarm. It's one of my favorites.
Meteor Swarm's good.
And
Strong.
I would also say I really like Time Stop. Definitely. Time Stop is so sick.
Ninth level spells are rad because they're set pieces.
Yes.
I don't think like they're good, sure, but you only get one really. But if any ninth level spell that will like give you some kind of tone with it, very good. Time Stop's really great. Power Kill's really
So
great. Meteor Swarm, like,
yeah.
You get like these meteors coming down. Very cool.
Yeah, I agree. Ninth level spells are cool when your players get them, but they're even cooler when they're like a lower level and the bad guy casts one. It's like, whoa, he's really strong.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
True Resurrection.
True Resurrection, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably the most powerful one, really.
Yeah.
It's real powerful.
All right, kind of going through some more of these. We'll probably take a few more. I'm trying to read through them.
We also
but,
have the jar.
yeah, we do, and it's completely full.
It's completely
and
full.
been topped off a little with a few
Yeah. Bernie
suggestions
says
from the
that
audience.
we only answer the top 1% of questions in that jar. We'll never get to the 90%.
Well,
No.
yeah, they're just there just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Bettridge asked, and I think put it in 2 different tweets. Sorcerers need a from the ground up rework to give them a more unique identity within the Magic classes. Meta Magic at least needs a few more options.
I agree with the last part, but not the first part. I think that they're fine the way they are, but having more meta magic options was like we got one with Tasha's, that was neat, but I agree.
I think that's their bread and butter. Is meta magic, and I think not only should there be more options, but they should be allowed to have more options, and that way that you're not doing the same thing every single day. You're not just twin spelling the spell, because like you get 2, but like if you had 4, then you'd have so many options.
You get more at higher levels.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying I don't think that there's a balance problem with giving your sorcerer more of them while still having to use the same amount of sorcery points.
I don't think you need to even do that. I think you need to think of making new spells with sorcerer meta magic.
I agree. I agree.
There's a reason why you twin spell that one spell, because it's probably the only spell that I can twin spell.
Yeah. Like Chaos Bolt is such a cool spell, and
You can't twin spell it though.
You can't, but it's a sorcerer only spell, which is
But you can't do really anything with it. You can't heighten it. You could re-roll, I guess, or you could make the distance like 120.
No, yeah, you're right. There needs to be.
I'm probably going to shoot him for 60 anyway.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're totally right. If there were more spells that were more like meant for sorcerer and them heighten casting it, wizard can take a hit. Wizards can come down a peg. They're so goddamn strong. They don't need to be there at that level of strength.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, well,
Wizard's fun.
All right, whatever you say. Whatever you say. All right. And I saw a question in here I really liked, and I'm trying to find it. Let's see here.
Pick one. That one right there. Do that
This one?
Yep, do that one.
That's we already answered this one.
Shoot. Next one.
Okay. Pizza emoji. It's just a pizza emoji. Says,
hi.
my players sometimes say I don't feel useful or I don't contribute anything to the party, and I'm not sure how to fix that. I always try to cater to my players and give them these moments to feel like heroes, and I've reached a point where I give them rare magic items to feel more powerful, but it never seems to be enough. I've tried to make the story more about what they want and give them control of the campaign, but it doesn't seem to work. I know I'm new to DMing, so maybe this is a me problem. So we get a few of these questions here on the podcast where it's this unfortunately very campaign specific question where it's like I just don't know enough details to really know. It could be that your players have other problems with the campaign and they just don't have they don't know how to articulate it very well. But if your players feel like they don't matter or they aren't doing enough to change the story, giving them magic items, cool, giving them powerful things, cool, but like have them actively change what's going on in the game. If you've set up a story and like this is what you think is going to happen, let the players just ruin it. Let the players just change it and make it different to where it's just unrecognizable by the end, and it's now a creation that you've made with them. That's that's the best advice I can offer without having a lot of context, but yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
I was like, guys, I don't know. I think it's really what I've found for players that have similar problems. Sometimes it can be a lot of that. If you're trying your best to like meet them halfway, there's no fix-all to anything, as Jacob said. A lot of the time we talk about any advice for D&D, it's always within moderation. We're trying to fit this square block in a square hole. Mm-hmm. Hopefully we know that's the right situation for it. But a lot of it, and a lot of any of this game is communication. Yeah. Maybe we like to call ours like Talk to Machina, or we call it, what is it called? Speak with Dead. Mm-hmm. So we spend always 2 hours after a game talking to each other.
That's
going,
fun.
What do we like? What do we don't like? Get a context of it. And a lot of the times that I had a player say, I don't feel important, is because they realized that they really hated the class they were playing. Or they were like, I really want to do this thing, but I cast Disintegrate, they save, and it does nothing.
Yeah.
It could a lot of it be just not even you, because your DM, you're trying to meet them halfway anyway. Mm-hmm. If you talk to them, maybe it could be some on their end. They just don't like the class. They want to be able to flip out, but they don't know they can. I've had players after campaigns wrap go, wow, I didn't know I could flip characters. I should have done that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So a lot of it's
just communication. Totally right. There may be just something your players are liking or not liking that they want to change or they want to add to the game, or something that they want that they're not getting. Mm-hmm. And if you just talk to them, you'll figure it out and just put it in your game and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if it's over Zoom. Zoom's hard. Yeah. I want to give you all DMs the pass for Zoom. Mm-hmm. Before, you would come and socialize, and you dedicate. D&D's a long game. You dedicate 4 to 5 hours to sitting down, hanging out with your friends. Mm-hmm. Even if it's not D&D, you're with your friends. Mm-hmm. Zoom, you're sitting in a chair for 5 hours, and if you're not really doing anything, you've just wasted 5 hours. It's
difficult.
Yeah, it can be really hard. It's also really easy to get distracted, and it's hard to socialize because you can't interrupt. And
something that you did, Craig, because we've recently kind of restarted a game that we've been playing, and you during like our session 0, you sat down and we were all making our characters, and you were like, okay, what's something that your character specifically wants to achieve throughout the story? And like, it might not happen soon, but in the end, it'll have happened. And I think that's a pretty good thing to do. And maybe with your players, go ahead and just be like, okay, what's something that I can add into the story that'll make your character feel more important to the story, or let them shine here and do a thing that they'll enjoy.
That's cool.
It's a good idea.
And it's never too late to have a session 0. You can always go, we're just going to chit chat. Let's figure out what we want. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it's like, some players don't feel like their character wants to do anything, but they want to go bop on dudes, or they want to go dungeon crawl. It doesn't have to even be necessarily the character.
What do you want to do?
What they want to do.
Yeah, definitely.
What kind of story do you want to see?
Well, thanks everybody for those questions. I know we're running almost close to time here, but we still have a little bit of time for genre jar, which is very, very super full. And
it's always full.
And it's really difficult to kind of pick one that we really.
I actually had to take some out because there were too many.
Careful, you're almost spilling it.
Oh yeah, I'll be really careful. Okay, let me.
Do you need help?
Yeah, you want to go to the bottom? You want to go to the bottom there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm at the bottom.
Okay.
As you can hear, there's a lot in there.
There's so many in there.
There's a lot of them in there.
The mic's not even picking up the amount of sound.
We have a compressor. Yeah. Just can't hear all of it really in there.
You want to hand it over to me? I'll read it.
All right. I got one.
Oh, okay.
Some of these were written by our fellow Discordians.
Some of these came from Discord. And
if there's some whack ass Star Wars name on that thing, I'm leaving. I swear.
I would like to know everyone's top 5 fruits.
Jesus Christ.
That's what it says.
It just says fruits.
I don't know. That's a little personal. I don't know if I want to share that with the world.
You don't have to. We don't want to make you uncomfortable with your fruit choices.
That was between me and my bathtub.
Oh, his bathtub.
I wanted to make a joke that you're number 1.
Oh,
but I already went there, so that's it.
I'm glad I'm your number one.
Yeah. Especially with that new
Oh, yeah, sick ass.
yeah. What is that? Quilt?
It's a cardigan, but
Cardigan?
it is quilted.
It's very nice.
Yes.
Ashley Johnson wore it in Critical Role.
And I went
Gimme.
Critical Closet. Where'd you find it? And they went over here, but it was sold out for 8 months. But I finally got it.
All right, so I'm a weirdo. Mango is number 1 for me. I love mango. I don't like eating a raw mango. I love mango flavor. Anything. If you have a mango, if you hand me something and you're like, this is mango flavored, I will love it. Don't know why. Mango is just a good one for me. Number 2 is probably pineapple. Very good on pizza.
I agree.
Yes. Wait. So do you like pineapple on pizza?
Pineapple
Craig?
belongs on pizza.
Okay.
Yes, it
All right.
belongs on
Good.
pizza.
Good.
Very
All right.
recently,
Hot take, it only belongs on pizza.
Oh.
Really?
Pizza or burgers? No.
Have you had it on a burger?
It's yucky. Ew. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good on burgers.
Cherokee burgers, Hawaiian burgers, pizzas.
Totally
yes.
agree. But
has
there,
to be a barbecue pizza.
yeah. There's a
Yes.
dessert my parents used to make where you would cut up pineapple and you would grill it and then put like some I don't know what it was. It was when I was like a kid, but they'd like put it on like some like cake. It's like this strange cake that was like circular and it was really good because it was
Pineapple upside down cake?
Was that all it was? Was that just? Am I just
sounds
stupid?
like that.
Am I dumb? All right, okay, that's
But
probably
grilled,
just what it was.
I don't know if
I just
they do
remember they
that.
grilled a pineapple like ring, and it was super good.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
pineapple upside down.
But like pineapple raw is great though.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, love a raw pineapple.
I'm gonna say probably watermelon.
I don't really like watermelon.
I
that
love
much.
watermelon.
Hell yeah.
Watermelon with like salt or tahini on it.
I don't. I,
Ew.
Oh,
Wasted it. Ruins it.
missed it.
we can't eat hobbits' food.
Too spicy for all.
No, it's good.
Too spicy. I don't like the consistency. I don't like the texture of it. Well, I love. It's one of those things. I love watermelon flavor.
I feel like you've had bad watermelon because if you're saying
Yeah, mealy watermelon's the worst.
Watermelon is like it like falls apart in your mouth. It feels all fleshy and
I feel like you've had bad watermelon. That
like
doesn't-
Yeah.
I like
don't know,
what's the other melon?
Oh, cantaloupe.
I love cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe
Cantaloupe
Yeah.
slaps. Yeah.
Ew.
No,
Honeydew is good sometimes.
Better.
But cantaloupe is better than honeydew.
no, it's not.
But I feel like I've always had honeydew that's not ripe yet. It's still a
Okay,
little hard.
I'm gonna get blasted.
What?
I don't like that.
no,
Yeah.
what? It's so
I-
good.
Watermelon's the only good melon.
Watermelon is too soft.
No, cantaloupe gets too soft.
No.
Yes, it
Completely
does.
opposite. It at least stays. It keeps its form. Watermelon, you could just drop it. It'll turn into soup.
Peaches.
Peaches are good. Yeah.
Yes,
Peaches and
are good.
nectarines.
Strawberries are hit or miss, but they're good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you bite a sour strawberry and you're like, God damn it. But when you get a good strawberry, you're like,
From
oh.
the farmer's market.
Yep.
Side of the
I
road.
missed.
Side of the road.
guy
Oh,
yeah.
the dude's just
Yes, side
sitting
of the
out there
road.
just like, buy my strawberries. You're like, $5 for $1 million? Give me. Love it.
Only Central Valley.
Yeah.
Yes. People who live in like cities are like, what the fuck?
Strawberries
When I
on the
lived in
road.
Utah-
Yeah, you just drive around and there'll just be a guy. He'll have his little stand. Just I'm not even kidding. The side of the road,
Yeah.
next to dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like, here are a bunch of
there's-
strawberries,
sometimes
and they are
there's,
the
like,
best goddamn
The
strawberries
little
ever. Mm-hmm.
like sheds that have strawberries painted on them, and they just say strawberries, and then you can go over there.
Right, all it is, for people who aren't from California, they're just phantom fireworks stations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they're farmers.
Yeah.
So that's so accurate. Do you guys like bananas?
Yes.
Yeah, bananas are good.
I do, but it has to be like it's like
With something?
sometimes with something. I really liked bananas in my Cheerios, and I don't really eat like breakfast anymore.
I loved making peanut butter and banana sandwiches when I
Yeah.
was a kid. Those are super good.
Just
And
like
also,
peanut butter.
just because it was on an episode of the Gus and Eddie podcast, and yes, I watched the Gus and Eddie podcast, and yes, I love the Gus and Eddie podcast, and yes, they very heavily inspired this podcast. I know. Sorry, guys. I love you. But on the most recent episode, they were talking about how they don't like anything that's artificial banana flavored, and that is a crime. Artificial banana flavored anything fucking slaps so hard, especially Laffy Taffy bananas. God damn it, it's so
have-
good. No, Craig! No! You're forsaking us!
We
You've
have
gone to the dark side.
we have a banana liqueur in our
good.
bar
It
section
tastes
of our
like,
cabinet.
It tastes like you took banana Laffy Taffies and you
you
made them
melted
into a
it.
liquid, and
Yeah.
also it's alcohol. It's
Yeah.
so good. Do you guys like grapes?
Yes. Love grapes.
Grapes are pretty good.
They're a good snack. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all right. They're not amazing, but they're not terrible. But artificial grape flavor is nasty.
Yeah.
I like any fruit that I can go to. So I have a problem where I like to eat a fruit, but I like to eat a fruit over like a period of like 5 or 10 minutes. So I like to eat like a strawberry. So I'll still have a strawberry in my cheek, and then I'll eat every seed out of the
Oh,
strawberry.
cool.
And then I'll eat it.
It's like a
and then
little
I'll eat
game?
a grape, and then I'll skin the grapes,
Yes.
and then I'll eat
Yeah.
it.
Grape.
It's a whole meme. It takes forever. So like
Raw and
pomegranates
wriggling.
are, like you would think would be the best thing, but they're too much effort.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you like kiwis?
No.
Yeah, the kiwis are just okay. What?
I didn't know you couldn't eat the skin
Craig,
for like the
no!
longest time. So when I was going to the gym, I would make fruit smoothies and just throw the kiwi in whole, and it felt like you were drinking fiberglass. It was the worst. It was like it's like the McDonald's meme. Why is it sweet? Just drinking fruit smoothies. I was like, why does this hurt?
I buy fruits specifically to give to the possums that live in our yard, and I give them kiwis, and I do skin them because I don't know if they can eat them. But I tried one because I remember not liking kiwis. They're okay, but I don't like them that much.
Yeah. I also I don't know if there's any other real fruits. One time we tried a durian. It was meh. And dragon fruit. Dragon fruit's okay.
Yeah.
Those are like the weird fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those fruits are good. Oranges are bussin'. Especially cuties.
I like those are tangerines.
Yeah, but it's just so smaller
Cuties are
orange. There's no flavor difference.
Cuties give me hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look at a cutie and I feel great.
Yeah. It's just a little
I
guy.
eat a cutie. I feel
Yeah.
great. Cuties remind me of home.
Cuties.
Only Central Valley thing.
When Sam and Frodo are up on the side of Mount Doom, if it was you and me, you'd just be like, I'd look down at you and say, "Do you remember a cutie, Mr. Craig? You remember the taste of a cutie?" No, Jacob, I cannot remember the taste of a cutie. Can't recall it.
Yeah.
Birds in the air.
Naked in the dark.
Now cuties.
I can see him with my waking eyes.
They've all rotted in that tiny mesh bag. I couldn't eat them all. I feel terrible.
It always happens. I remember.
I'm just one man.
I remember one time before quarantine, we had Grace and Jack over. I think we were playing D&D. I don't know who else was over, but I remember specifically those two. And I was like, I have this bag of cuties. Does anyone want them? Like, just to snack on. And they ate, like, all
They were little
of them.
gremlins. They ate every goddamn cutie, and there were like 12, and
Yeah.
the two of them ate all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Grace ate most of them, and I was like, "Why did you eat so many?"
Grace is very small, but she can eat so much. Like, specifically, like, sugary things, like sweet treats. She's
It's
just
like a little snack.
She's like,
She's like,
like those,
I respect
those
that.
like really like processed cookies, the sugar ones with
Those
the
are
frosting
so
on
good,
it.
though.
She can eat like 7 of those in a
They're so
sitting.
good.
I'm like, how are you alive? How did you not vomit all that sugar up? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do we want to?
Do you know what's another good fruit? No, actually, not a good fruit. I'm not. You know what? Apples.
Oh.
They're not. You know what? They're not that great.
You gotta dip them. You gotta dip them in something.
In what?
There's too many apples.
There's just Why are there so many? What do
Pick
we need all these apples for? We're gonna bake some pies.
I had the green one.
The green ones are okay, but they're so sour.
That's why I like them.
I like that.
It's good.
I like tart.
Tart is good.
I want a fruit to like assail me. I want it to hurt me.
But why won't you put salt on your watermelon? Tastes good.
No. Watermelon is the
Can't
best.
eat Hobbit's food.
Do you wanna?
He tries to
Watermelon
choke
you can eat and
us.
make it
You want to do
armor.
another one?
Yeah.
All right,
We'll
we'll
do
do
one more,
We'll
and
do
then
one more.
we'll get out of here.
Top 5 favorite Disney movies. Did you watch Disney movies when you grew up, Craig? Do you watch them now?
I think so.
We'll find out.
Does Disney own Pixar now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Same though. Toy Story
Maybe?
was my
I don't
shit.
know.
That was my movie when I was a kid. I love Toy Story.
The best Disney movie is The Great Mouse Detective.
Oh, you're just wrong. The best
I don't know if I've seen that.
It's amazing. You should watch it.
It's good. It's good. It's just
I had it on VHS. It was the best.
it's Sherlock Holmes, but they're mice.
They're mice.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
That's
I think The Lion King is a masterpiece.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
That goddamn movie is amazing. I would also say that I'm trying to think of all of the Disney movies. Mulan is bussin'.
Mulan's probably my favorite Disney princess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, she's got a
Definitely.
I like
Also, really great meme quality.
Oh, definitely.
Mulan.
Yes.
Tons of quality memes.
I like Tangled.
Now all
That's
of
good.
China knows you're here.
Oh,
Tangled's good too.
Tangled's a good one.
Tangled's probably my favorite. I love that movie. No, well, it's on par with Lion King.
Okay.
Why does that movie get me? I don't know why.
Lion King?
Tangled. When I first watched it, I was like, this is a stupid princess movie. I gotta watch this with my sisters. At the end, I was like, what? And then I rewatched it more as I got older, and it just gets better every time.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I like this movie?
I feel like we watch that movie like once a year.
Why is it so good?
I don't
Can
know.
someone explain to me? I don't know why.
It's really good.
It's a good. It's
The
fuck,
songs
man.
in that one are great.
Yeah, the music is son of a bitch, and it's like
don't know if I
it
was
deals with
growing up.
real issues. I think that's why I like it too. It's not like it's why I don't like Frozen. Frozen is just so surface and bleh, and make sure to love each other, kind of whatever. It's I like that. That's great. That's cute. But I like that Tangled like goes like, hey, so what about what about parental abuse? And you're like, oh, this is real shit. It's this real gamer
Yeah, it's also
hours.
that same way.
And
Lilo and Stitch.
oh fuck, Lilo
That
and
one's
Stitch is
better.
so good too.
Lilo and Stitch is very good.
It's so good.
Beautiful looking.
Stevie.
My brain, anytime I talk about like my childhood, is always traumatized by. I don't know if you guys have seen The Brave Little Toaster.
Yes.
There's a scene where the vacuum tries to commit suicide. It has scarred me, and I will never vacuum the same way.
I didn't know
For
this.
some reason, I don't know why. I can't remember why, but they're on
Craig
this journey
froze.
to get
Is-
Oh, you froze? Nah, you're back.
Hero. They're on this journey to get home, and then for some reason the vacuum goes mad, and it begins to suck up its own cords.
Oh.
And its eyes get all weird. It traumatized me.
Oh man, yikes!
Great movie though.
Yikes!
I love Brave Little Toaster.
Aladdin's good too.
Yeah. It always scared me when he goes into the like the it's not a cave. What's it called?
Yeah,
The Cave of Wonders. Yeah. When he goes in there, or like at the start when the other guy goes in there and he just gets swallowed. That spooked me as a kid.
Yeah, it was pretty. I always thought when Abu goes to that really big ruby, that it would taste really good for some reason. I always thought it would like the giant ruby he wants would just be so good to eat.
What would it taste like? Like a cherry?
Yeah, like a cherry, but I know it's just going to taste like rocks and sadness.
Yeah.
But I want it to taste like a delectable cherry, like candy.
My favorite part of that movie is when they're like running through the street and Abu gets a sword and they're all like, he has a sword. We all have swords.
You idiots, we all have swords.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh shit, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Bug's Life is good too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bug's
I
Life
don't,
is
know, I don't
real
know who
good.
owns that, but
It's
Bug's Life is
Pixar, I
good.
think.
Bug's Life is the reason why we're all anti-capitalist.
Start out young.
It's sad at the end when Hopper's like gonna crush him. I remember that always
Oh,
being
yeah.
like, I was like, oh, is he gonna live?
Yeah.
I think that worm, that caterpillar has real great like drag queen potential.
Yeah. I'm sure it's out there. You could find someone who's like, I don't remember what his name is. Just remember the grasshopper was Hopper.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm struggling to think. I know there's another Disney movie out there that I know I really like, and I can't think of it. I like all the Pixar movies are great, except for maybe Cars. That one's just okay.
Even Cars is pretty good though.
It's still good. It's just okay. I love The Incredibles.
Yeah.
I also love Finding Nemo. And I feel like, man, I'm trying to... Notice how we're all saying the old Disney Renaissance movies and not... like the newer ones, except for Tangled.
The Great Mouse Detective started the Disney
It's
Renaissance.
true. It's
so
true.
Thank him for that.
I mean, what's like a new Disney movie?
The remake movies that are live action?
Or like the Star Wars.
Yeah, Frozen 2.
Okay, you know what? Actually, so Mulan, the new one, it's a really terrible movie, but it's a great kung fu
Oh,
movie.
really? I haven't seen it.
It's a wonderful kung fu
Interesting.
movie if you only see it like as kung fu.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I've heard there's like key in it and like magic.
Yeah.
All right.
Mulan does some stuff in the beginning that immediately breaks it. Like there's this really great like scene setting where it zooms in on this like rice farming village that's all kind of built very. It's a lot of fun and beautiful. And then immediately Mulan's like she's chasing a chicken and she makes like this 14-foot jump onto like a railing and then like backflips up onto the thing and you're like, I'm sorry, what?
Aw.
Oh, Moana was good. That's a newer one.
Moana's good. Yes.
Yeah.
Moana's very good. Yeah.
Damn it, though. Okay, so I think that's cool if it's that kind of movie, and I'm sure maybe it's fun to watch, but a good part of what made the original Mulan so great was how human it was. And like the scene in when it's the, be a man, you must be swift as, and she climbs the totem pole. Fuck, that's such a good scene. And it's just because she did it, because it was her, and she, Anyways, now I want to rewatch that movie.
You could, if you want.
It's worth.
All right.
Bread.
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 Yeah.